you for all the years of true friendship, man. Artist to artist.
Yeah, that's what friends are for, bro.
Yes, sir. So I'm not sure if very many people out there know this, but you are a prolific producer, music producer, correct?
Music producer, songwriter, artist. I mean, I try to wear all the hats.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Uh, and um, and you recently moved to Texas,
Dallas, Texas.
my home state of Texas.
Yeah.
Um, my guy, tell us about what it's been like since you moved from the illustrious Bay Area to Texas. What's that culture shock
Uh,
like?
you'd be surprised. There's not really too much of a culture shock when you're in like Dallas proper or Fort Worth proper. You know what I mean? It's mixed up just like how the Bay is, in my opinion. But I mean, when you get to the outskirts, to these little podunk towns, then it's kind of culture shock. More, I think I shock the people than the people shock me. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right. You
They're not used to seeing light folk like me with my type of swag, I guess.
yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
So you've been to Denton, right?
I've been to Denton. Denton reminds me of Berkeley a little bit.
Denton was my favorite hideout, man. Same with
Yeah,
Berkeley.
Denton is cool. I like Denton. They actually got a vegan place up there I like to eat at called Spiral Burger.
Oh, damn. So you're vegan now? Are you vegetarian or what?
No, I just eat good food, and that food, even though it's vegan, it tastes good.
Yeah, man. I'm proud of you, bro. You changing your life around. Damn,
Yeah.
making big moves there.
Yeah,
So,
I like to try different foods. I mean, I still eat whatever, but I'm not gonna if vegan food if it tastes good, it tastes good. Vegetarian food if it tastes good, I'm gonna eat it.
yeah, man. You make me think about that vegan or vegetarian Indian spot in Vallejo, man. Did you ever
Oh
go to
man,
that?
now that's a spot that I miss.
I miss it too, man. I ain't even gonna lie.
I don't miss Vallejo though, bro. It's Vallejo's too. I mean, did you see what happened yesterday in Vallejo?
Bro, I've been seeing for the past year and a half, I've been seeing Vallejo just been going off, crazy style.
Oh, they got it on. Remember where Black Bear Diner was?
Yeah.
They I guess some kid got killed like as soon as he got done eating, came out and got killed in broad daylight, bro. And they got it all on camera. The footage is floating everywhere. Dude jumps out of the car and like shoots him like 10 times and hops back in and dips. It's just Vallejo's always been kind of grimy and bad, bro. But it like to the extent and how dark it is now and stuff, bro. Like I never experienced that growing up as a kid. This weird, and it's like younger and younger and younger people doing it. You know what I mean?
Right. What do you
But
think?
I
What?
love the fact I live in Dallas, bro. I mean, now being away from there and being able to be from the outside looking in, I mean, this was the best move I made, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, coming to Iowa was the best move I've made. I gotta admit, it's very unexpected.
Yeah.
But back to Vallejo, man. What do you think is fueling this new rise, so to speak, in violence?
Uh, all in all, egos. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it's going to boil down to is egos.
Yeah, yeah.
People's egos getting hurt. Not saying that shiesty shit ain't happened to someone and someone's not retaliating and vice versa. But you can do this tit for tat shit. But what it always boils down to is egos. People getting their egos hurt
Right,
and
right.
always one up somebody.
Yeah, man. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. I've been young before. I know what it's like. Uh,
Also, it has something to do with. Remember how you said Vallejo was gentrification proof?
yes, yes.
Because it very much is gentrification proof. And it's not just the bridges, bro. It's the fact that everything in the Bay went up and pushed everybody from Richmond, and we're talking about low income people who are desirable, and then you have then you have undesirable low income people, which are just people that are just looking for a quick come up, doesn't care about their neighbor or nothing like that. A lot of those people that couldn't afford to stay in Oakland, Richmond, just bombarded Vallejo, and that's what you're getting now. A lot of this inner conflict that's happening in Vallejo is partially, Vallejo on Vallejo, and then partially uh, sides of Vallejo teaming up with different sides of other cities of people who have moved there. It's all fucked up, dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'd imagine you are pretty grateful to get up out of there, man.
I
Honest.
love. I think it was the best move ever, bro. Plus I'm closer to my son, anyways. That was the whole intent on the move in the first place.
Yeah, man. So, you want to tell us what you're working on these days? Any artists that you're working
I'm
with?
I usually, man, I bang out hella beats and put them on my Instagram on the front page and sell them as exclusives. Lots of people have been buying beats off of my Beat Stars. Just did a deal with E40 a couple days ago. He bought 5 beats off of me. I won't say how much, but signed the contract, sold him the beats. I get 50% of my publishing. So his new album that's coming out, be on the lookout for a production from me. Um, and I just people are sending me their music. I'm mixing and mastering. Me, I'm so busy and always on the go and doing whatever. I really don't sit back and dawn and really have like when I get interviewed, like, oh well, this is what I'm doing and this is an accolade, and I just keep going, bro.
Yeah, man. That's one of the biggest lessons I've learned from you, from being an independent artist, man. Is there's not really much time to sit and contemplate. There's only time to move forward and go forward. Period.
Right, right. That's true.
Um, so, you want to tell us what albums of E40s you've been on? You've had music
Uh,
on?
I've done music on albums for other people. So like people got him as like a feature or whatever. I've either helped produce the song or I've helped mix and master it. This time around, he actually came directly to me and bought the production that's going to be on his album that's going to be coming out soon. He releases like a new album every 2 months, bro. Every 2 to 4 months, he releases a new album, and I believe they're like double albums. Is what he's always doing now.
Oh yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think the last album I heard from him was something Block Preacher or something. It had the Funk is Still Pending. That was
Yeah,
yeah. That was clean. Um,
yeah.
so, what have you been able to explore the chopped and screwed movement there in Texas at all?
That's dead out here, bro.
It's considered dead, huh?
That's dead out here. No one's. I mean, of course they give it up to DJ Screw and stuff. Like when you go to Houston and stuff, you might get a hook here and there where they screw it, just kind of pitch it down. But as far as that like elite style of what it was, it's not no longer there. I think people like Sauce Walker has kind of is kind of the sound of Texas right now. You got Sauce Walker, you got Mo3, who was just killed like almost a year, 2 years ago. He's the sound of kind of like Dallas. Same thing with Yellow Beezy is kind of the sound of Dallas. They all have their distinct sound, and it doesn't. It I can't say that it like derives from chopped and screwed. It sounds like its own thing. Now the beats sound southern, but as far as just like the feel of the music and stuff, it's its own thing, bro.
Okay, that's pretty dope to know that we moved on to a new era.
Right, right. But yeah, Sauce Walker, from what I know, because being back in Vallejo in California, everyone out there slaps Sauce Walker, and he's from Houston, and he's what I would consider kind of the Mac Dre of Houston.
Yeah, actually, I would. I agree with you on that.
Because of how flamboyant he is with how he acts and raps and the stories that he tells and stuff. It's like a Mac Dre on steroids.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been listening to Sauce Walker or the Sauce Twins since their first album back in, I think it was 2015, 2016.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's been cool to watch them grow and become more.
Peso is huge too. That's the Mexican cat that's with them, and he's huge. And I remember hearing about him in California. It's like this: if people are talking about you in California and you're from another state, then you're doing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, Peso is decent. I like that song, The Hardest Essay Ever, where he rocking the
Yeah, yeah,
mariachi suit. That shit
yeah.
is dope.
And there's an artist in Fort Worth that I work with exclusively named Soup Flame, and he's dope. You know what I'm saying? I've known him for a couple years, but now that I've been out here, I hooked up with him again, man, and we got an album that just came out called uh, Sopa Drip. Sopa means super in Spanish. It's called Soup Flame Sopa Drip, and I believe it's a 7-song EP. It just released like maybe 3 weeks ago. So
Okay.
if you haven't had a chance to listen to him, take a listen to some of his music. It's dope.
Yeah, I checked out some of y'all's stuff together. It's pretty nice, pretty nice. I'm gonna check out the new y'all's new album.
Yeah, Sopa Drip.
All right, you be hanging out in Fort Worth at all?
Yeah, I'm out there all the time eating at the Dixie House,
Which side of Fort Worth?
South Side.
Oh man, that's pretty dope. Cause over there, that's where I started out in Fort Worth on the south side, and then I went to school in what over there at Pasco. I think that's southwest on the
Yeah,
other end of Berry. But yeah, I've had some pretty prolific experiences out there in Fort Worth, man. So that's part of another reason why I wanted to have you on, because lately I've been doing throwback stuff from Fort Worth and the DFW, and it's pretty interesting that you are now a
right.
considered a DFWan.
Yeah, yeah. I noticed they have a big gang culture out here too, but like blood and crip culture, which I think that came from like LA or something like that.
Yeah, man, that was one of the things that used to trip me out when I first moved to Fort Worth. And I moved to Fort Worth from Southern California back in the 90s. And
Right,
so uh, to me, it was hard to digest the fact that they were claiming gangs from LA
right.
as opposed to their own neighborhood. It was tripping me out, man. Um,
Hmm.
and I had to many times, essentially, in short, I survived two gang peaks in
Hmm.
my life. But one was in Southern California, and then I moved to Texas or Fort Worth, and
Right,
they were in the middle of their gang peak as well. Uh,
right.
you know, it's difficult for me sometimes to reconcile what that is about, but I still I think it has a lot to do with uh, I'm not trying to. I don't want to be insulting to anyone here, but I think it has a lot to do with intelligence.
Yeah, and I think it's just you know, I think for minorities out here, there's like not nothing really structured for them. You know what I mean? As opposed to in California, you have like Omega Boys Club and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Out here, I think it's more easy for people to get in to these gangs because it's some sort of structure and family structure that a lot of people out here don't have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. I mean, I think that applies to gangs straight across the board. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think also a rise in a lot of crime and stuff from what people have told me and multiple people that don't even know each other but have told me out here, a lot of Katrina refugees came here, and they said once the refugees came here, the crime had just went through the roof. It happened in Houston first, and I guess in Houston, a lot of people, I guess, fought back or whatever. So a lot of people from Katrina left Houston and made it up to Dallas and just stayed there.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's that's some pretty interesting insight for sure, man.
Uh,
Uh, so you been selling more music since you moved there?
uh, I would say kind of the same, maybe a little slower. You know what I mean? Of course, I don't make as much money because I don't have like an actual building that has a studio. My studio's in my house now, which means I got to pick and choose I don't really advertise that I have a studio because, I don't want people stepping foot in my house. Feel me?
Well, yeah, I totally understand that. Are
Yeah.
you?
But if I make enough money and get an affordable place out here, I'll just open up shop like I did in Vallejo.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you if you were going to eventually get another brick and
I want
mortar.
to. I want to. I might actually, because I've been working on my credit, got my debt paid off, all that stuff. So I have enough good credit to like go get a business loan if I want to like use that business loan to put it towards rent for a year at a place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's one of the things that the results of the pandemic for me as well. That I've been able to work on my credit and
Right.
everything. That made me feel really good about myself. You know what I mean?
Right.
Uh,
That PPP loan saved me, dude, and it got forgiven too.
yeah, man. Hell yeah, bro. I couldn't get a PPP loan because of my content is cannabis related. So
I don't think when it's multimedia, it doesn't matter what it's related to. It just is you're a multimedia company.
yeah, I mean, I got some other stuff on the fire that I'm gonna check out here soon. It's like a PPP loan alternative, so we'll see what's up
Right.
with that. Um, let's see what else we got on the. Oh, have you heard of the outfit Texas?
You're telling me about that. That's like a rap group, right?
Yeah, they from
Or
Dallas.
conglomerate or something like that, right?
It's like two brothers, but they're in Dallas, man. You should check them out, man. I've been listening to them since OG Ron C endorsed them back in 2013, I
Is
believe.
there another group called like Eternal Souls or something, or Eternal Soldiers or something like that?
Nah, man, I ain't never heard of that, but let me
I know
look.
there's two Latin guys from Fort Worth that are like OG, been in the game a long time. I hear about them a lot. I don't know if I'm saying their group name right, but they're kind of big on the underground because they've been around forever out here.
Eternal Soldiers, huh?
Or Eternal Souls, or I'll find out what it is and tell you. I just gotta ask my boy Sue.
All right, yeah. Have you hung out in North Fort Worth over there on the Latin side?
North side. I mean, I've been to the stockyards.
Yeah, the stockyard.
Yeah, on the north side.
Yeah, the stockyards are on the north side, man. The north side was like my second intro or third introduction to Fort Worth, man. It's a whole other vibe over there, man.
What is it? Just it's just more like little towns, right?
It's like the Latin side, man. So it's like I said, it's a whole other vibe over there.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, like where I go in the south, it seems pretty. In South Fort Worth seems pretty mixed up, bro. White, black, Latino. It seems mixed up to me.
yeah, it's probably changed a lot. You know, Fort Worth's probably
Right.
changed a lot since I was
Like
there.
my neighborhood, I'm in Louisville City, bro, and my neighborhood, you'd be surprised at how mixed. It's really mixed up, which I love, especially for my son. You know what I mean?
Right, right. So let's talk about that a little bit. So is it
Hmm.
as racist as we would, the media would have us think about Texas?
I'm gonna have to be honest and say no, bro. I mean, if you get it, I mean, if you're gonna get out to places like Alvarado, you know where that's at. That's like that's damn near 30 minutes from South Fort Worth. These are little towns that have probably two stoplights in the town, probably have four cops patrolling. Yeah, they're racist as shit. And the reason why I know that is just going to my son's baseball games because he lives out there with his mom. Going to my son's baseball games and just kind of ear hustling how people are talking and just how they carry themselves. I mean, I can't say they're racist, but you can tell the undertones, and you can tell that they probably say the N word freely in their house and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So I'll give it that much on these outskirts, yeah. But when you get to like these Garlands, these Mesquites, the Dallas, the DeSotos, the Grand Prairies, the I don't, I haven't seen it, bro. I think I've experienced more. Definitely experienced more racism of whites being racist to blacks in the Bay Area than I have out here in Texas, bro.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because lately I've been I've been thinking and mulling over a lot of that as well. Because in the Bay Area, it's not that blatant kind of fuck you kind of thing. It's more
It's
economic.
the white savior complex mixed with they're like liberal white people that are like, oh, we need to help everybody, but are quick to lock their door as soon as a black person walks by.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I
or I mean, I've seen people that try to act. I mean, I've heard people that try to act like they're super liberal and for black rights and shit like that. And then when you hear them kind of talk, you know, they got some real racist undertones. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of contradictory of what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, bro. I mean, that's the nature of performative politics, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna tell you a little story about me and DFW. So I was
Yeah.
living one summer in the '90s. You know how hot it is in the summer. It was about June or July.
Okay.
I
So it's
decided.
probably like good 103, 105 degrees.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever told you this story, man, but y'all gonna get a kick out of this shit. So I decided one summer that I'm gonna ride my bike, not my road bike, but my mountain bike, from Denton to Austin.
Savage.
Uh, and so the first leg of it, I rode from Denton to Fort Worth. That took me a couple of hours. That wasn't no big deal. The next day, I woke up in Fort Worth, and I waited till it cooled off, and then I took off. And the furthest I got on my bike was Cleburne.
Oh shit.
Uh, that was my first time in Cleburne, but Cleburne, you know, as you know, is known to be
Cleveland is racist as hell.
yeah, it's like one of the most racist places in North Texas.
That's what I'm saying. It's right next to Alvarado, bro.
But I ended up hitchhiking out of Cleburne the next day and making my way to Austin. But you know, I honestly I didn't make it by bike all the way to Austin. I had to hitchhike. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, your boy was crazy. He was out there with it. Uh, Also, Fort Worth is where I got in trouble at, and I ended up on the run for 12 years. So, all
Right.
that whole area to me is has a lot is very pertinent to my memories. You know.
Right.
Um,
But I'm pretty sure all that time and all those years now it's changed, bro. You know what I mean? A lot of people I meet out here aren't even from here, bro. They're from. There's a lot of people from Chicago here, bro. A lot of people.
oh wow, that's how it
A lot
is here
of Chicago,
actually.
a lot of Detroit people and a lot of Chicago people.
Yeah, they say it's a lot of Chicago people here. The Iowans even have a name for them. They call them Chicago Black.
Chicago black.
Yeah, that's low key racist, but you know.
Why they call them Chicago black?
You know, Chicago got a different kind of flavor than anywhere else. You know the deal. You know where they aiming at with that, man.
That's weak.
And it's hella weak. But
So what do they call you? Just normal black? What like what's
yeah,
the
I guess they consider me nice black. You know what I'm saying?
stupid?
I always get the nice black shit. You know that, man.
Right, right.
Um. So yeah, dude, you gonna play us a little beat? You gonna make us a beat on the fly right there? You gonna play us a little chord or something?
I could play some stuff that I've sold to some people.
You don't have to. I mean, you know, we can keep the conversation rolling because
Yeah, we can keep the conversation rolling, bro. And then as soon as we're done, I gotta go get dinner from you and my girl.
Oh yeah, where you gonna eat at?
I'm thinking about going to get some hibachi.
Yee!
You know me, I love sushi.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. They ain't got.
I found one place out here that has fresh fish.
Man, I ain't ate no sushi since I've been here in Iowa, bro.
Good luck. Their version of sushi is rice wrapped up in imitation crab with cream cheese.
Oh my God, man. Iowa ain't as bad as it seems, but you know, it's
Is
kinda.
there any soul food spots out there?
Yeah, there's one soul food spot in town.
Does it taste good though?
Actually, I haven't eaten there yet, man. In my rush to get everything done and stuff, I've been missing going to Vivian's. Shout out to Vivian's Soul Food.
Vivian, shout out to her.
And plus, I've been making my own food because I decided, you know, these
Are you
motherfuckers.
still are you still vegetarian?
Nah, man, not at all, bro. I still have an organic. I try my best to maintain my organic
Weren't
diet.
you weren't you like all vegetarian at one time?
Yeah, but during the time that you and I were friends. I was vegetarian when I lived in Texas, and I was eating out the trash can and shit like that.
Isn't meat so good?
Yeah, man. You know, it has its place. There's sometimes I just
Yeah,
want to eat a vegetarian meal.
right.
So there's that.
I, uh,
But yeah, how many vegetarian meals a week do you have?
Probably none. I mean, my diet is hella simple. Like in the morning, bro. I've been doing this every day for like 2 years now. In the morning, I cook and I get it done in 10 minutes. So I have hash browns, egg, like one scrambled egg, one piece of turkey bacon, and I put it in a tortilla and with some real homemade salsa. And I eat that every morning, bro, like clockwork. That's like my breakfast of choice all the time.
Oh man, you know what? You just reminded me of something. Um,
Huh.
you reminded me of my love of or Texas breakfast tacos. They don't have breakfast tacos everywhere, man.
Right. So I make my own breakfast taco, and then usually for lunch, depending on how I'm feeling, I might go. There's a gyro place, so I'll go get me some Mediterranean food, or I go get sushi. And when I get sushi, I always get the same thing. I get a spicy tuna roll, with fried rice and a salad. You know what I mean?
Nice. Yeah, man. They
Yeah,
don't here in town. They don't have a lot of cultural, a lot of
yeah,
multicultural places to eat. There's a Pinoy place here, man, that remind me of San Francisco. I ain't even gonna lie, man.
right.
Um, let's see what else. What else is on the? What else I want to talk to you about? So you got some insights into what it's like to be a successful indie artist. So
Yeah.
I've been wanting to ask you this. I mean, of course, we talk off the record and stuff, but you know, share with our viewers what it's like to be, or and what it requires to be a successful indie artist.
What it requires is you making it your job. Number two, making sure you have a job. You know what I mean? This didn't come overnight for me. I mean, I always had a 9 to 5 or a hustle on the side to make sure that I take care of number one, which is me. As long as I'm taken care of and my bills are paid, I can focus on my music. Um, you just got to be a go getter. You can't have the attitude of you, you can't let your emotions take over. You can't have the attitude of stopping because someone's saying something or something like. You just got to keep going. But I, I don't know what the real formula is, bro. For me, I'm 42 years old now, and yeah, I make a living off it. But 20 years ago, I wasn't making a living off it. 15 years ago, I wasn't making a good living off of it. 10 years ago, I had just started to make a living off of it. So I saw this progression. And as long as it was progressing and didn't like plateau or anything, I kept going and kept working hard, kept thinking, I kept adapting with technology, adapting with social media. Um, if people think that if you're not really making money from this and have a career and you think that you can do it without being on social media, you're a fool, you know? And yeah, I'll agree that social media is bad and it's like the downfall of our society. But as far as like you needing it for work, you're gonna need it for this work. Especially if you're not getting paid and you're not making anything, you gotta be strategic with what you release or who you're reaching out to. You know what I mean? And create this brand, this movement, that people believe in. And there's a barter system. You charge people. Sometimes you don't charge these people. And it's chess. It's not checkers. You know what I mean? So if you're a good chess player, chess takes patience, and it takes you being able to see the moves you're gonna make before you make the moves. You understand?
Yeah. You've been making
Yeah, so,
beats. You've been making beats since you were like 12 years old, correct?
yeah. But like professionally, like 20 years now.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I mean, you know this already, but publicly, I'm gonna say it. Like, you have been a huge inspiration in me getting a better grasp of what it takes for me to be successful at my craft as well. And one of the things that I remember when I first met you and we became homies, one of the first things that I was tripped out on was that you
Hmm.
always had a job.
Hmm.
Because, you know, we get so caught up in the image of it all, you know what I mean? And we think,
I don't, and that's what kind of hurts a lot of artists today. They think having a job makes them not cool. You know what I'm saying? I can't say so much for producers, but for rappers, like if a rapper has a job, like you're not a bona fide rapper. It's weird how the culture has turned into this. You're a bum if you have a job, and you're a king if you're out here not having a job and selling dope and killing people. Like it's this weird ass upside down way of thinking. And I've never been ashamed to have a job. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to tell nobody I got a job. That's none of their business to begin with. You know what I'm saying? But I know what a job brings in. That brings in money that ultimately is going to allow me to live, and that's going to ultimately keep me above water to at least make moves. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, oh yeah. Mac Reese is probably the only rapper that I know of who is out here advocating for people to have, you know,
Straight
jobs.
up, Mac Reese is the homie, and he has an interesting background, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't that man when he was younger. He wasn't that guy. He was the pulling licks, the you know what I'm saying. He was the opposite of that. And watching Mac Reese, he's like a success story, bro. He's a person who I think he went to jail for murder, got out. You know what I'm saying? Cleaned his life up, always kept the job. You know what I'm saying? He's got so many albums and so many songs with legends and whatnot. The man is property owner now. Like he owns properties, like plural. You know what I'm saying? So like Mac Reese is a good example of, if someone tells me that they can't do it, I could use Mac Reese as an example. Like, don't tell me how bad you fucking got it. I know people that had 10 times worse and still came out on top. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At the end of the day, bro, it's your mind, bro. Your mind is your biggest enemy. It's your biggest enemy because it can shut down your thoughts of you being able to succeed and excel. It does all, it controls your body. Your mind controls everything you do, bro. So if you got a slave mentality mind, meaning like you just feel helpless and everything's all fucked up and there's just nothing you can do or whatever, you know what I mean? That's what you're gonna be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think a lot of that that shit that takes us into the next subject, which is
Hmm.
mental health. I feel
Yes.
like a lot of what you just mentioned,
Hmm.
this feeling of destitute, is brought on by mental health and
Right.
not being addressed.
Untreated trauma, bro.
Yeah, you want to elaborate more on that?
Untreated trauma. Well, in hip hop, we could all agree that mental health is looked at and then just looked away from. You know what I'm saying? It's known as a weak. Like if you want to go talk to a psychologist, excuse me,
Bless you.
or anybody that's that can help you mentally, that you're frowned upon with that. That's why a lot of people in the rap game, they have a lot of mental trauma and they don't get the help, and it boils over and they end up doing either some stupid shit or they kill themselves, or it leads to some bad shit. They have kids and they release their trauma on their kids. You know what I'm saying? And that's all because there's this weird ass macho machismo factor in rap. Like, well, you know what I'm saying? If you're developmentally disabled or you got mental health issues, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to deal with it, you're weak. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna go talk to somebody, that's like talking to the police. That's kind of like it's really like that, bro. And it's dangerous, and it hurts so many people, bro, that they don't get the help that they need, bro. It's vital. I just think it's taboo to talk about it in the rap game. And I think if people spoke up more about it, like bigger artists, and we ain't talking about Kanye. I mean, we know he's crazy, but he gets his help. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about like the uh I don't know, just bigger. If imagine if all the rap artists and pop artists and everybody came together for mental awareness and was putting a playbook out that it's okay. It's cool to go get help. So you don't end up either hurting somebody, yourself, or getting in jail, or just fucking your life up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, well, I know you remember the days before police brutality or police terror was the big subject, and then
Uh-huh.
all of a sudden it became the big subject. Uh, so I think eventually we'll get there, just like we got there with police
Right.
terror and things like that. Um, but yeah, I am going to go ahead and say that yes, mental health is a huge, and maintaining one's mental health is huge, and being able to be successful.
I mean, I can admit I've been there, bro. I've felt like I was over the edge and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I've talked to somebody before, and to be real with you, talking to somebody gave me a different outlook and aspect. Now, I'm not gonna say that people that do the same thing have the same experience as me, because psychologists and therapists are human too. You'll get good ones and you'll get bad ones. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
at the end of the day, I think people need to don't not feel ashamed that mentally, they're not able to cope with something, that it's okay to talk about it. You know what I mean?
uh,
Talking about is the number one thing that could actually lead to it becoming better. The fact that people leave it bottled up, that's the shit that explodes on everyone. That's the shit that's fucking everyone up. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, I can on a personal level.
Mm-hmm.
This year, in particular, I've had to go to treatment 3 times in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And my medication that they put me on was too strong. Uh, and then finally, now they got me on a different cocktail. I'm feeling a lot better and able to move forward with my life. But
Right.
I agree with you, man. Like, we all need to get some help. All of us. We all need to
Right.
talk to somebody. Uh,
Yeah.
and especially in the black community in
Mm-hmm.
particular, there's yeah, there's all this trauma, generations and generations of trauma, but
But people are scared to talk because you're just gonna you're gonna get made fun of. People gonna talk shit about you. Oh, you's a bitch, this and that. You know what I'm saying? And this whole, you know, it's it's self-destructive in so many ways. Having something mentally, bothering you, and not having anybody to express it to, because you're scared that you're gonna get ridiculed. You know what I mean?
yeah, I think that's why people act. Why in the today's era people act so damn weird, and they come up
Right.
with these weird ass challenges. I saw you earlier talking about that challenge.
Bro, the what you call it, leak challenge? What do they call it?
I
I
don't.
can't, bro. It's sick, bro. And you know what it is like I said, this is just these challenges that you're seeing on TikTok. It just shows how indoctrinated and how trapped everybody is, because they're so tuned into their phones that they don't have their own mind to come up with something to do for their immediate friends and them. They're so glued on their phone that the first thing that this phone tells you to do as a challenge, you're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And someone on that post actually said something really, really scary but true. And they said, wait until these challenges start turning more violent. And if it turns violent, bro, if somebody was on there and made a shoot somebody challenge, I can guarantee you these kids will do it.
Oh yeah,
That's how they're robots, bro. Like, they're told what to do. And the people who engineered all this social media and stuff like that, they knew this was the type of control they were going to have. That's why they slowly indoctrinated all this shit on us. People like me and you, we're the last of the generation that understand that these things that we're on are fucking people up. You know what I'm saying?
well yeah, yeah. But in their defense, the kids' defense, every summer they come up with some outlandish ass challenge. The only difference is now they
Bro,
seem to be
when
getting
I grew
more.
up, when I was that age, there was no such thing as a challenge, bro. You know what we did?
What?
We sold we sold candy bars. Man, bro, when I was 15, I had a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what challenge we had? How much money can you make? You know what I'm saying? That's the challenge we had. How can you take care of yourself? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, My
Not no eat the Tide Pod or the lick challenge where you bust open the soap dispenser in the school and you take all the soap and put it down the toilet and you take did you hear what the girls are doing, bro, with this challenge?
no.
They're taking their bloody tampons, man, and smearing them on the walls.
Oh, yikes, yikes.
Bro, this come on, bro. When me and you were that age, there was nothing like that happening, bro.
Yeah, the only challenge I was having was the stay alive challenge till I.
Thank you. Exactly.
Well, honestly, when I seen the crate challenge, man, this year, and I was like, this shit is ramping up and it's becoming more and more lethal. So,
What's crazy, man, is someone said, I want to say this right because of how it was worded and whatnot. And they said, it's crazy how people can come together for these crate challenges, but can't come together and invest in stuff. I guess motherfuckers just really like seeing people fall down.
yeah, I mean, I feel where you're coming from there. That makes a lot of sense. But I think I think you would agree that it takes you have to grow up, and in order to grow up, you have to go through a series of phases, and some of those phases involve you doing stupid shit.
Right. I mean, I think the dumbest shit I ever did was steal a car, bro.
I
That's
mean,
that's the dumbest shit I ever did. Or I might have we egged someone's house before, but that I was stupid young. I was like 8, 9 years old when I did that. But still in a car, I did that when I was like 14, 15. That's like the highlight of what I did. You know what I'm saying? Now the dumb shit I did when I was in my late teens and early 20s, was selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? And that was the dumb shit I was doing. You know what I mean? I wasn't. These youngsters have so much time on their hands, bro. Like they literally will stay in the house, play video games, and stay on there. And you know what my homeboy said today? He said this generation is the free lunch generation, meaning that they just want a free lunch. So if they can piggyback off of something, or if they feel that they can do something and they'll be good for the rest of their life, like a come up or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like sue somebody or get over on somebody or whatever. It's the free lunch generation. Motherfuckers don't want to make their own lunch. They want you to make the lunch and you to give it to them. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, man. I mean, in some ways I agree, but on the same token, I believe our forefathers, the generation before us, said the same thing about our generation too. So
I don't know, man. I mean, our generation is the start of that shit. We're the fucking moms and dads of these little fucks.
yeah, yeah, I agree. Now,
You know what I mean?
in terms of doing stupid shit, I could definitely say that I was doing stupid shit and making foul ass decisions based on my image all the way up to my,
You
beginning.
don't think that these kids' synapses in their brain are different than ours in the generation below, bro? I mean, these are kids that literally, and when I say kids, I'm not talking about like 8-year-olds. I'm talking about like all the way up to like 23, 24 years old now. These motherfuckers don't even know how to work a cassette tape. They don't even know how to open up a can with the can opener, bro. Like it's literally this dumbed down now.
Well, yeah, I totally agree with you. I totally
See,
agree with you.
you know how to take apart a bike and put it together?
Yes, sir.
And you did that not because someone taught you, just because that's what you did.
Right, right.
These kids can't do that. They don't even ride a bike.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I mean, I think we see proof of that in every aspect of our
So
culture.
the scary part is these are going to be the people that run this country or run this nation and run this world in about 20 years from now, bro. You're going to have kids, or you're going to have these kids that grow up and become these people of power that don't have common sense. They don't even have common sense on how a can opener works, or how cassette tape works, or how to hook a fucking hook and fish, or how to put a skateboard together or a bike. Like those things, even though it sounds like, well, that's what kids do. Doing those things, bro, it helps your mind. You know what I'm saying? Being mechanically inclined. Uh, I don't know how to I don't know how to articulate it correctly, but those little things that me and you grew up doing are vital to development, bro. That's why me and you can really talk and have a discussion, agree or disagree, and still come together and be friends. Today, these kids can't do that, bro. If you're able to present facts or show them the way or whatever, it's fuck you. It's we ain't gotta listen to you. It's just this whole other fight because that's what they're being shown by media, by Instagram. It's like it's this constant. Just imagine being in front of your phone 24/7 and subconsciously just being shit thrown at you, bro. We didn't have that. 20 years of our life, we didn't have that.
Uh, well, you know, gang culture is a form of having shit thrown at you.
Yeah, yeah, true that.
Pimps and
But you know
hoes.
what? But you know what though? Gang culture you can put down. Phones, motherfuckers ain't putting phones down. That
Okay.
phone isn't, bro. These things are glued to people's hands. So what I was trying to say is, me and you, we didn't have cell phones for 20 years. We didn't have specific things that since we didn't have them, it allowed us to grow and to kind of be curious and kind of be free minded. You know what I'm saying? But this new generation, they've been born on tablets since tablets came out. You know, tablets are damn near like 10, 15 years old now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're like 15 years old. So imagine being a kid born and that's your toy is a tablet. And you have access to YouTube. You have access to everything. And the algorithms are so fucked up. The algorithms want to feed you bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what you believe to be right and everything. And no one can tell you nothing. And if you're an old person and you tell me that this tablet is telling me a lie, you're a boomer.
All right, let's shift gears a bit.
Yeah.
So I've watched you mature a lot, man, since I've known you, and
Mhm.
I've alluded to this before. How some of your personal decisions have definitely led me to reevaluate the way I was living my life. And one of those things is watching you get married last year. So
Mhm.
tell us a little bit about the influence of marriage and the importance of loving one woman.
Um, I think it's vital, bro. It's vital, and especially in these times, if you're able to find somebody that you love and really, really love and see that you're gonna spend the rest of your life with, you know what I'm saying? Marriage is vital, and marriage isn't just about just getting together and that's it. You guys are together. The person you're marrying has to be a teammate. You guys gotta go through ugly shit, go through good shit. Me and my wife sometimes our financials are down and they're up, but we're able to work with each other to make sure everything is cool. You know what I'm saying? There's no selfishness. Um, I love it. I love the married life. You know what I'm saying? It's calmed my life down and it's made it more simple.
Yeah, I recently I remember you left a you one of your stories. I think it was 3 months ago, where you said that if you find you a good woman, for you to sit down because the majority of these women nowadays are for the streets. Uh,
They're for the streets, bro, and not just for the streets. The majority of these women are on tablets. So if you can find yourself a good woman, bro, they're very scarce. There's nothing wrong with an independent female, but usually independent females are going to be hard to coexist with because they feel that they don't need you from the gate, anyways. When
right.
you find somebody that it's the one, you guys need each other. There's a need for each other. You know what I'm saying? It's not more this way, more that way. It's really equal. It's like a need for each other for love, affection, support, uh, you know, anything that's down the line of living with somebody. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right. I mean,
And
I
that's hard to find. It's hard to find out here because, again, it kind of goes back to what we were talking to before. Uh, how these women are being raised, how they think beauty is putting on makeup and getting 2,000 likes on Instagram. Like if a girl gets If a girl has an Instagram and she's getting 5,000 likes a photo, she don't give a shit about no man. She's got thousands of men that are looking at her that give her the that make your synapses, fire up and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? The dopamine's in her brain. Oh, I got 5,000, and it's all guys because I'm half naked with makeup on and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think women have lost. Uh, a lot of women don't know their value, bro. And when I say value, I'm not talking about dollar value. I'm talking about your value as a woman, as a woman being a caretaker, a woman being a soulmate, a woman. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel where you're coming from. I
A,
totally understand.
a lot of women today are very selfish. There's men that are selfish too. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? But it's because of our culture. Our culture has warped now. It's warped into this whole other thing of selfishness. Like, I don't need you. I can get my own job and do my own shit. You know what I'm saying? I can do bad without you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's dangerous, bro. And that's what you're seeing. That's why there's gonna be a lot more women with. There's gonna be a lot more single moms. There's gonna be. Uh, I don't know, man. It's just from looking back at my parents to seeing how it is today. I don't. It's hard to find that type of love, bro. Like, my mom and my stepdad were together until my mom died. I never saw them fight once. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
And that's kind of my example of what I go off of how a relationship is supposed to be. That's the type of relationship I have with my wife now. I mean, we might argue or whatever, but we don't fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see some other people do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You'll always have disagreements, but we always come to a conclusion, and it's always a good one for both of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I
man.
feel blessed. I feel blessed and lucky that I found a woman that compliments me, but compliments me in so many ways and so many levels. You know what I mean? She could lose her job tomorrow, and it's fine. I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? Because I love her and know that we're such a team that we'll be able to still make something happen. That's the type of love that you need. That's the type of partner you need. That you'll be that no matter what happens, you two are gonna figure it out together.
Right. Right. Like I said, man, your insights into a lot of things have definitely influenced me over the past 7 years, and it's definitely caused
Mm-hmm.
me to look at myself differently, right down to the relationship thing. Because honestly, man, I never thought I would see you get married.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so,
I used to say I was never gonna get married again. I always used to say that to myself. I'm not getting married again. Fuck that. I want a free willy. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I want to be out there and do what I do and stuff like that. But I came across somebody that was like, man, this is what I've been looking for in a woman for hell long.
Yeah, I think the same
Like,
thing is.
I haven't been. You're not gonna find this in Vallejo. You're not gonna find this in, you know what I mean? And the last person that I was with before her, you know what I'm saying? She was cool, but that still it was still there was still a selfishness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I feel you. I was gonna tell you, man. I feel like I have finally found that in my life as well, man. But it's definitely, as you know, it has taken me to go through so many women to get to this
Right.
point. And it's all, I will say too, like I had to reevaluate my perspectives on relationships because I was raised with the viewpoints about alternative relationships, right?
You know what was different about my wife than every other female is the feelings I had for her weren't with my dick.
Yeah,
Like, I had feelings. I mean, I was attracted to her. Don't get it twisted, but my feelings weren't based off of solely like sexual. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's a great
A lot
way
of
to
my
put it.
relationships in the past were based sexually. They were all based sexually because there was some good sex involved or something. You know what I mean? And I can do what I want to do, and I don't really gotta answer or say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a great way to put it, man. Honestly,
Mhm.
let's cut it off right there. Uh, Slapmaster, I want to thank you, man, for joining us today and hitting us with the good word. Um, and also, man, it has been a huge pleasure to have you in my life, man. I just want
Man,
you to
I
know that.
appreciate that, bro. So vice versa too, bro.
Man, I want to thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough, man, for just all the times, all the conversations. I remember that time I was sleeping in my car and I rolled up to the marina in Vallejo, and you was like, and I was sad to the motherfucker, man. And you was like, don't be sad, Brent. It's happening to everybody. You remember that
Right,
shit?
right.
That shit
Yep.
made it helped me a little bit, man, to get up out the dumps. You know what I'm saying?
It was happening. It was though, but I was telling you the truth. It's happening to everyone. All my friends, it was happening to them too. I was sleeping in my studio, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
It was happening to all of us, bro.
That's what happens when you move somewhere that's popular.
Yeah.
Anyways, man, I'll see you on Instagram. Much love to you, and
All right, bro.
you have a great evening. Enjoy your
You too,
dinner.
bro. All right, brother.
Peace.
Like.
Stay tuned.